Welcome to a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda.
Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the March 3rd meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Our third commissioner, Betty Blair, is on vacation this week, so Commissioner Kalo has our dog for today. And what a dog we have.
Isn't he a good-looking dog? Mm-hmm. He's a one-year-old male stray, found at East 42nd and Seneca in Lorain. He's an American Bulldog Mastiff mix. He's a little bit skittish. I mean, he's looking around. Come here. Turn around, pal. Come on. There you go.
Pretty.
There you go. See that? He'll be available for adoption on Saturday at 3 o'clock, so stop by our dog kennel, and if you'd rather have a small dog, I'm sure we have plenty of those also.
How we doing over there, Jack? Are we still down to like 12 dogs like last week? 24. Ooh, we doubled. Wow. We were doing good. Okay. Teresa? Oh, you have a quote.
Oh, I got to do the quote.
He's got a
Commissioner
good
Blair is in here. I got to do a quote. The only reason some people get lost in thoughts is because it is unfamiliar territory. Madam Clerk?
You're rotten.
I wish Jim was here for that.
Yeah.
First on the agenda today is a proclamation proclaiming the month of March 2010 as Developmental Disabilities. And Dr. Amber Fisher and the kids are here.
Okay, well, good morning. And on behalf of the Board of Developmental Disabilities, I'd like to thank Commissioners Kalo and Kukowski for their ongoing support of the work of Murray Ridge Center and for their recognition of the significant potential and contributions of people with developmental disabilities. Also, I know that Betty is out today, but please extend to her our gratitude for her many years of leadership and support and our well wishes for her in her future endeavors. During these difficult economic times, it's more important than ever to make prudent investments in those within our community who most need our help. Despite significant cutbacks in resources, last year Murray Ridge was able to provide critically important interventions to nearly 650 Lorain County babies and toddlers at risk of developmental delays. These early interventions have been shown to be highly effective in enhancing the development and functioning of the children and in reducing the lifelong cost of care for recipients. Additionally, we've continued to operate our school, serving Lorain County children with the most significant disabilities, and to provide support to nearly 700 Lorain County families caring for a child or adult with developmental disabilities in the family home. Specifically for adults, we've continued to provide an array of vocational and day habilitation services to nearly 1,000 people with developmental disabilities within our community, and to provide or fund a variety of residential supports to 345 individuals. Nonetheless, hundreds of individuals remain on waiting lists for such supports, and we're challenged with the knowledge that nearly 70 adults with mental retardation or other developmental disabilities currently reside with aged family caregivers, and many will require comprehensive care within the foreseeable future. Again, I'd like to thank the commissioners and also County Administrator Cordez, who's not here today, for their efforts in supporting Murray Ridge in our efforts to creatively and frugally fulfill our mission during these very difficult times. And here today to help me express our gratitude and also to kick off Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month are several friends from the center. Why don't we have the little guys come up first?
We have Bryn Dietrich and Stephanie Jackson, who would like to express their gratitude.
Thank you for your support.
There you go. How about you, Steph? Let's see it. Thank you. Close.
Very good, thank you. And now we have Tim from our adult program. Thank you, guys. You can speak into that.
Hi, my name is Tim Christian. I have worked at Murray Ridge for 8 years, and I attended Aloya High School. Upon graduating, I needed to develop some work skills. I get paid to work in the cafeteria and clean the tables and serve in the hot lunch program. Also, I performed some light custodial work and collected the building trash and carted it out to the containers. During the summer months, I helped plant flowers and watered the flowers around the building. During the Christmas holidays, I was in charge of the Giving Tree, which was an effort to collect gifts for a family in need. I participated in the golf team with the Special Olympics program and placed second in the area tournament. In addition to learn work skills, we also have a lot of fun at Murray Ridge. We have dances, movies, parties, and a lot of other activities. It's a great place for people to work and have fun at. The staff are great and help you if you need it. Thank you for giving me the chance to let you know about Murray Ridge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amber, we have a proclamation. Do you have any more students who are going to speak, or?
No, we're done.
You're done? Okay. In a matter of proclaiming March 2010 as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month throughout Lorain County, whereas Murray Ridge Center recently celebrated its 42nd year of providing services to Lorain County children and adults, whereas 638 infants and toddlers with suspected developmental delays received early intervention services, and whereas 202 students with developmental disabilities receive educational services in early childhood, primary, intermediate, and senior classes at Murray Ridge School, and whereas through Murray Ridge Center, nearly 1,000 adults with developmental disabilities participate in training and/or work experience in 3 work activity centers, several community employment enclaves operated by the Murray Ridge Production Center, or in other locations throughout the community. And whereas participation is encouraged in local, regional, state, national, and international Special Olympics activities to provide recreation and competition experiences to 180 adults from Lorain County eligible to participate. Whereas Murray Ridge Center staff network with social service, health, and welfare agencies to enrich the environment of children with developmental disabilities and to find appropriate residential services for individuals with development disabilities placed on a waiting list. Now, therefore, we, Betty Blair, Ted Kalo, and Lori Kukowski, members of the Board of County Commissioners, do hereby recognize Lorain County Board of Developmental Disabilities and declare the month of March 2010 as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month in honor of the sizable contribution made to the welfare of Lorain County children and adults with special needs.
Thank you so much, and can we take a picture?
There you go.
She wants to sit up here.
I had received a letter from the sheriff regarding Dennis Kavanaugh and his promotion. Sheriff, would you like you and our newly promoted officer to come up and say a few words?
Morning, Commissioners and everybody. Yeah, I was proud to announce Sunday that Chief Deputy Dennis Kavanaugh was promoted to Chief Deputy. He's been there a long time. He's been there almost 37 years. He's been a devoted employee of the Sheriff's Office and to the citizens of Lorain County. And he is going to have more work now, too, I can tell you that. Anybody that can work for 4 different sheriffs, you got to give him a tribute to that. But he does a great job, and he'll continue to do that. And I appreciate the Commissioners recognizing him for this promotion.
We have a certificate of achievement for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks again, Commissioners. Thank you.
Okay, next we had received a letter from Tom Kelly from when President Barack Obama had come to Lorain County, and we had an issue with our, control command unit, and a couple of our employees over at the engineer's office had taken the initiative to help us out. So Tom, if you want to come up and explain what happened, or do you want me to read the letter?
Well, I could do a little bit of that.
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't know anything about this till about 2 minutes.
I know.
You got me off my back and programming radios in the same trucks. Just to make a long story very short, when the president came, our mobile command communications unit was used for communications and incident command at the college. There's a section of the truck that moves out about 4 feet when we use it, and that's the radio section. Well, someone didn't operate it correctly, and it got stuck in the open position, which renders the truck useless. It overrides and won't move. Everybody's standing there looking at the person that did this the wrong way, wanting to know what happened. That person panicked and tried to get a hold of the manufacturer. They were closed. Their time difference is an hour from us. They weren't open. Next call was to the engineer's office, the county garage. Jim Skates and Kevin Milas came over and watched me sweat a little bit. They were able to get the panel off of it. There was a blown fuse only. But of course, the fuse that we needed wasn't in the vehicle. So they were able to jumper the electrical connection, get it to work, and then they actually drove over to Radio Shack and bought a couple of fuses for us. So it saved the day.
Fuses.
And I lost about, I know it's hard to believe, about 5 pounds of sweat that morning, but it did work, and everybody was happy, and things went very well that day. So I'm glad you did this because I wasn't aware of it till, like I said, about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And another word quickly, the engineer's office, I called them at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, we need to close roads, we need fuel for this, and they're always there. So just like to make a mention of that too.
Right, got good people working over there. So I do have a certificate of recognition for Jim Skates and also Kevin Miles, if you want to come up.
I didn't quite recognize them. They have street clothes on. I was looking around the room trying to find them. I wasn't me, it was her. I think I still owe you a pizza, don't I? Sure. Thank you, Tom.
Ted thinks we should get on with business, but, you know, so, I always hear all the negative things that go on all the time. It's nice to hear some of the good things that are done by our
Yes,
people
it
who
is.
work for us, and we've got a lot of good people. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Under Resolutions Number 1, Job and Family Services Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Investments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
No advances, no repayments, requisitions.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Travel expenses.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Bills?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Under the Commissioners, authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary sheet for employees within jurisdiction of Lorraine County Commissioners.
Mr. Twining, Mr. Cordez is out sick today.
We do have a need for a brief 36-minute executive session to talk about new hires, which is permissible under state law.
I'm gonna write
Yeah, I believe
36
it
minutes
when,
now.
I believe it when Mr. Twining says it. I never believe it when Mr. Cordez says it.
Approve and waive the reading of the same for the County Commissioners meeting minutes for February 24th, 2010.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Under Community Development, reimburse costs of salaries in the amount of $96,211.57 for fiscal year 2000, 2001, 2003, and 2004 for operating the CDBG programs through Ohio Department of Development.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Approve and enter an agreement with Neighborhood House Association in the amount of $30,800 for homeless shelter service effective January 1st, 2000, that should be 10, through December 31st, 2010 to be paid from the shelter account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Approve and enter an agreement with Senior Citizens Association of Lorain County in the amount of $38,900 for counseling services and Meals on Wheels effective retroactive January 1st, 2010 through December 31st, 2010 to be paid from the Senior Citizen account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Approve change order EO02 to Atlas Electric Construction Company for Transportation Center in an amount not to exceed $7,156.32 for testing and installation of addressable photoelectric smoke detectors.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Under sanitary, provide for the issuance and sale of notes of the County of Lorain, Ohio in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $1,550,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of 1, retiring outstanding bond anticipation notes issued by the county, and 2, paying the cost of issuance thereof, and this is for Marks Road Sewer District 119.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
There was, you had it at 19, or 1.9, and then we changed it back, because there was two of them in there.
Yeah, because it was a higher amount first, and then with the principal paid off, is that what
We're
it
gonna
was?
pay down part of the principal on this.
We already had paid down on the principal?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Under Workforce, approve the budget revision in the amount of $4,850,229 for the period July 1st, 2009 through June 30th, 2010, for a net increase of $1,403,602.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, what this is basically, once somebody starts some of their training, we have to carry over the anticipated training dollars to the next year. So a big part of that is carrying over funds from last year. And then there were two new sources of money from the state of Ohio that will help us here in Lorain County. So that's being reflected in this as well. As you know, these are breathing documents, and we will adjust probably a time or two again. But
Okay.
this is a housekeeping measure.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Under the engineer, authorize 25% freeze-thaw load limit on various roads in Eden Township in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5577.07, effective February 1st through May 1st, 2010.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Approve and enter in a construction agreement with CSX Transportation, Inc. for proposed roadway reconstruction widening Station Road to Sprague Road at CSX Transportation, Inc., mile post QI 1810, Columbia Station, Lorain County. Estimated cost, including engineers, $212,609, with $10,000 already being advanced by the engineer towards the amount, with the balance due upon notice to proceed with the railroad. Cost of work will be paid from the available funds from Federal Ohio Public Works.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Provide for the issuance and sale of notes of the County of Lorain, Ohio in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $3.4 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of 1, retiring outstanding bond anticipation notes issued by the county, and 2, paying the cost of issuance thereof for the highway improvement.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
We're rolling these all together?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And this is covered by motor vehicle gas tax being paid back by motor vehicle gas tax?
Right, and the